Hi, my name's Phil. I like talking about politics, and in this video I'd like to share some of my thoughts on the new analysis out from Statista about the absolute collapse in Tesla sales across a range of major markets in Europe, where the only increase has been in Britain. Now, that is irritating and a little perplexing for those of us in Britain, but I'm still going to look at this as really positive. Consumer power writ large. Very bad news for any wealthy business owners who want to tie their product to out-of-step politics. But first, for daily news and commentary, please hit the subscribe button to stay notified. So there are two stories in this little chart published by Statista a few days ago and attracting quite a few comments over the last few days on social media. The first is that Tesla sales are just dropping with all the grace of a skydiving boulder. And although I'll get onto my thoughts in terms of the British figures, I actually just want to point out the fact that sales have gone upwards in my beloved sheep-infested island only serves to highlight just how disastrous this is for Musk across Europe. And if that doesn't make sense, allow me to explain. So Elon Musk is not popular, even in Britain. Don't imagine there's this weird situation whereby people love Musk in the UK and that's why the British sales are up. No. He's got his supporters, sure, the same morons who celebrate far-right reactionary demagogues. But by and large, whenever I see polling on Musk's popularity in the UK, including in the last few weeks, it's very negative. His unpopularity really started to take off after he was seen to encourage the riots last summer. And even Reform UK voters, who've been on a hell of a journey in terms of Musk polling, now generally have a pretty low opinion of him. The fact that Tesla sales in the UK have increased is probably more to do with the media representation than public opinion, or rather lack of representation. See, I don't know the reason. I've not seen it explored, but I suspect the Tesla buying public in Britain just aren't linking their purchase with their views of Musk at all, because there's no great negative reporting maybe about him in the British media. That's my speculation. But the sales are not increasing because Musk is popular. He's very unpopular, which means that they must be increasing in spite of Musk's association with the brand. And that is weirdly really good news, because it suggests that Tesla sales right now should be increasing. Indeed, they were forecast to be increasing across Europe at the start of the year. So the fact that sales are up a few percent in Britain, despite Musk being deeply unpopular. And let me tell you, so the only group where there's any appreciable level of popularity are those Reform UK voters. They don't buy electric cars. They're all anti-net zero and all the rest of it. So this only reinforces what a spectacular collapse there has been in the other European markets. Because Britain effectively is like setting a bar. No more of this nonsense about, oh, Phil, the sales are down a little bit in anticipation of the new Model Y. Absolute rubbish. Sales are still up in Britain, one of the major markets in Europe. They are down literally everywhere else. Down almost 7% in Italy, which has a very right-wing populist government. Absolutely massive losses, all the way down to a collapse of over 60% in Germany, where people there presumably didn't like Musk openly appealing to Nazis. This has nothing to do with governments either. The EU haven't imposed any trade restrictions on Teslas as yet. All potential retaliation is on hold while they wait to see what Trump does after his 90-day pause. This is entirely consumer-led. In fact, it actually began before tariffs were even properly in the air. It is a boycott on a truly impressive scale in one of the richest markets in the world. And the unfortunate British results actually just serve to highlight that the other figures are much worse than they appear. See, take the Italian figure, for example. Now, if you look at it in isolation, if you just showed someone that, you think, oh, 6.8% down on the first quarter of 2024, right? So Tesla's sales are 6.8% down on where they should be then, yeah? No, wrong. It's worse than that. Because as the British figure shows, they should have gone up. The sales Tesla has lost is not just the reduction compared to last year. It's the difference between what they were last year and what they should have been this year. If we assume that Tesla buyers in the UK are just being completely apolitical. They're not thinking about politics when choosing the car, right? They're just not thinking of Musk at all when they're deciding to buy those cars. This implies that maybe there should have been perhaps a 3.5% increase in sales in Italy as well, if Musk hadn't been such a dick. So sales in Italy, considered properly, you could argue are actually over 10% down. Absolutely disastrous for Tesla, who enjoyed the hype Musk brought to their share value for many years, but are maybe now finding him to be a bit of an albatross. I mean, who would have thought that having an electric vehicle fronted by someone who throws his lot in with anti-low carbon technology could work out so badly? But there we are. Those are my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comments below. If you've enjoyed the video, please click the like button and subscribe for further content. If you'd like to support the channel further, you can click the join button for memberships. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll see you later.